my beloved child, enter into this sanctuary of rest and let the heavy weariness of the world fall from your shoulders. I know the path you have walked to arrive at this quiet moment. I have witnessed the long hours of your labor, the silent sacrifices you have made for those you love, and the quiet moments in the darkness of night when your heart cried out for a sign of hope. You have carried burdens that few others have ever seen, and you have stood firm through storms that threatened to break your spirit. Today I want you to hear these words not as distant echoes, but as a direct answer to the prayers you thought were lost in the wind. Your faithful steps have brought you here, and your trust in my presence warms my heart. A profound shift is beginning in your life this very month. The season of dry ground and endless striving is coming to an end, making way for a gentle rain of peace, provision, and divine restoration. You do not need to fight or strive any longer in your own limited strength. You are held in hands that form the heavens, and your future is securely established in my enduring love. Rest your mind, release every lingering worry that has weighed upon your heart today, and let my peaceful presence wrap around you like a warm blanket as you prepare your spirit for sleep. For so long, you have questioned whether your efforts have truly mattered, wondering if the quiet sacrifices of your life were seen or valued. I tell you with absolute certainty that not a single tear you have shed has been forgotten, and not a single act of love you have offered has fallen to the ground in vain. You stand in this place today because my grace has shielded you from dangers you never even realized were near. I have guided your steps through uncharted waters, holding your hand when your knees felt weak and your vision grew dim. In this season, I am reawakening within your soul a clear understanding of the unique path I have laid out specifically for you. You were not created to live a life of constant anxiety, nor were you made to wander through your remaining years feeling unfulfilled or overlooked. I have woven specific talents, deep capacity for empathy, and quiet wisdom into the very fabric of your being. These gifts were placed within you with intentional care before you ever drew your first breath, and they have been refined through every trial and victory you have experienced across the decades of your life. Think back upon the journey that has brought you to this season. You have lived through years of learning, building, supporting others, and navigating the unpredictable turns of this world. Perhaps you have felt in recent days that your finest moments were behind you, or that the gifts you carry have been dulled by time and routine. I urge you to discard such deceptive thoughts from your mind. The wisdom you carry today is more precious than the energetic enthusiasm of your youth, for it has been tested in the fires of real experience and tempered by my enduring patience. The talents I have given you are not meant to fade away in quiet obscurity. They are preparing to bloom in fresh and unexpected ways. Look closely at the inclination of your heart. Look at the natural comfort you bring to those who are suffering, the quiet strength you offer when confusion surrounds your family, and the steady hand you extend to those in need. These are not mere personality traits or random habits. They are sacred tools I have deposited within you to accomplish a specific work in your household, your community, and the lives of those who walk beside you. When you begin to understand the depth of what I have placed inside you, you will no longer feel the need to seek approval from a restless world. You do not need the loud applause of crowds or the fleeting recognition of temporary institutions to validate your worth. Your value was declared on the day I created you, and it remains unchanged through every circumstance of your life. Do not bury the unique treasure I have entrusted to your care out of fear, self-doubt, or weariness. Step boldly into the truth of who you are in my presence. Allow your talents to be used with simplicity and quiet confidence. Whether your gift is the gift of listening, the gift of offering wise counsel, the gift of encouraging the downtrodden, or the gift of bringing order and peace into chaotic situations, use it without hesitation. As you operate in the authentic design I have given you, you will discover a deep, abiding joy that energizes your days and grants you sweet, uninterrupted rest during your nights. As you reflect on the unique path I have designed for your life, it is essential that you guard your heart against one of the most subtle traps that seeks to rob you of your peace. That trap is the subtle habit of comparing your journey to the lives of those around you. In this modern age, it is so easy to look at the apparent success, wealth, or ease of others and feel a quiet ache of dissatisfaction rising within your chest. You may see people who seem to move through life with fewer obstacles, or those who display material possessions and temporary status, and you might wonder why your own path has felt so steep and demanding. I ask you tonight to close your eyes to those distracting comparisons. What the world presents on the surface is rarely the complete truth of a person's soul. Many who appear to have everything in the eyes of society are carrying invisible burdens of profound loneliness, deep insecurity, and spiritual emptiness. The fleeting treasures of this world can purchase temporary comfort, but they can never buy a tranquil mind, a healed soul, or the quiet assurance of eternal life. When you spend your energy measuring your life against another person's story, you are trying to wear clothes that were never tailored for your shoulders. I have not called you to run another person's race, nor have I asked you to achieve another person's destination. I have called you to walk the unique path designed specifically for you, carrying the specific blessings and lessons that belong to your life alone. Coveting the circumstances of others or attempting to imitate their actions will only lead you into paths of confusion and emotional exhaustion. When you look sideways at what others are doing, you lose sight of the quiet miracles taking place right in front of you. You miss the subtle beauty of the daily provision I set upon your table, the quiet protection over your loved ones, and the quiet growth taking place within your own heart. Release the need to match the pace or appearance of anyone else. Your journey is sacred, your timeline is held in my hands, and your true prosperity is measured by the depth of peace that rests within your spirit. Consider how much freedom awaits you when you fully surrender the burden of comparison. You no longer have to prove yourself to anyone. You do not need to display your achievements to earn respect, nor do you need to pretend that your life has been without struggle. There is immense dignity in a life lived with simplicity, honesty, and quiet faith. When you see others receiving blessings or achieving worldly recognition, let your heart remain entirely untroubled. Wish them well from the depths of your soul, knowing that another person's abundance does not diminish the infinite reservoir of grace I have reserved for you. My kingdom is not a place of scarcity where one person's gain means another person's loss. My resources are limitless, my love is boundless, and the blessings prepared for your life are securely kept, waiting for the precise moment when your heart is ready to receive them with humility and gratitude. Step away completely from the foolish desire for earthly fame or temporary applause. The world forgets its favorites overnight, casting aside those it once celebrated as soon as a new trend appears. But my love for you is steadfast and eternal. It does not fluctuate based on your productivity, your age, your bank account, or your social standing. I loved you before you accomplished anything, and I love you now in this present moment of quiet reflection. When you anchor your identity in my unchanging affection, you become completely immune to the opinions and judgments of human beings. You can walk through your daily tasks with a tranquil spirit, unbothered by criticism and unswayed by flattery. You are free to simply be who I created you to be, a beloved child living under the shadow of my protection, walking in gentle obedience and enjoying the simple, profound beauty of a life well lived. This deep inner freedom will naturally transform the way you interact with everyone around you. calling you into a beautiful lifestyle of gentle leadership and daily grace. When I speak of leadership, do not imagine the harsh, domineering authority often displayed in the institutions of men. True leadership in my kingdom is not demonstrated through loud demands, positions of power, or the manipulation of others. It is revealed through a calm, steady presence that brings order wherever there is confusion, love wherever there is strife, and hope wherever despair tries to take root. As a person who has walked through decades of life and accumulated valuable experience, you are called to be an anchor of serenity for your family, your children, your friends, and your neighbors. You do not need to shout to be heard, nor do you need to assert your authority with force. A person who walks in quiet union with my spirit carries an invisible atmosphere of peace that speaks louder than any words. Look at how you handle the minor frustrations and unexpected disruptions of your daily routine. When conflicts arise in your household or among your acquaintances, let your response be characterized by patience, grace, and understated simplicity. A gentle answer turns away wrath, and a calm demeanor can instantly diffuse years of pent-up tension. Be an example of what it means to trust in my provision when financial or practical challenges appear. When others are panicking or speaking words of doubt and fear, let your mouth speak words of quiet confidence and unshakable faith. Tell those who are anxious that I am still on the throne, that I have brought you through difficult times in the past, and that I will surely provide for every genuine need in the present. This is the essence of spiritual leadership. It is living in such a way that those who observe your life feel inspired to trust me more deeply. To walk in this gentle authority, you must establish a quiet rhythm of daily communion with me. Do not let your days be swallowed up by the endless noise, news, and distractions of this hurried world. Make time each day, especially in the early mornings or the quiet hours before sleep, to sit silently in my presence. Open your heart to me without pretense or formal language. Speak to me as a child speaks to a loving father, sharing your simple hopes, your lingering fears, and your deepest desires. And then, most importantly, sit in silence and allow your spirit to listen. My voice rarely comes in the roar of dramatic events. It comes in a still, quiet whisper that settles into the deepest recesses of your soul. In those quiet moments of prayer and reflection, I will give you the precise wisdom you need for every decision, the exact comfort required for every sorrow, and the strength needed to face whatever the coming day may bring. Remember that obedience to my guidance is not a heavy, legalistic obligation designed to restrict your joy. It is a protective boundary set up by a father who sees the full picture when you can only see a small part. When I instruct you through my word or through the gentle promptings of your heart to let go of a bit of bitterness, to refrain from participating in harmful gossip, or to walk away from an unhealthy situation, respond without delay. Every boundary I establish in your life is designed to keep you safe from emotional harm and spiritual exhaustion. When you walk in quiet obedience, you remain directly under the shadow of my grace, where no true evil can harm your soul. You begin to experience a level of internal harmony that allows you to sleep peacefully every night, knowing that your life is fully aligned with the will of the one who loves you beyond measure. Tonight, I want you to consciously lay down the spiritual armor you have been wearing throughout the day. You do not need to guard yourself or hold yourself in tension while you rest in my presence. Allow the muscles in your shoulders to relax, let the tightness in your forehead soften, and release the deep physical tension that has accumulated in your body. I am taking over the watch over your life tonight. While you sleep, my angels surround your home, keeping far away every spirit of fear, bad dreams, anxiety, and midnight restlessness. I am actively working on the problems that kept your mind racing earlier today. I am arranging circumstances, opening doors that seemed permanently shut, and softening hearts that have been cold toward you. You do not need to stay awake trying to solve issues that require my divine intervention. Surrender every problem into my care, knowing that I neither slumber nor sleep. Reflect on how far we have walked together. Think of the past trials that once seemed entirely insurmountable to your natural mind. Remember the moments when you thought you would not survive the pain of a specific loss, the stress of a financial crisis, or the heartbreak of a broken relationship. Yet, here you are today, breathing, living, and listening to my voice of love. You survived those wilderness experiences because I held you close, even when you felt entirely alone. I pulled you out of deep waters, I brushed the dust from your clothes, and I gave you the strength to stand up and keep walking forward. If I was faithful to bring you through those past storms, why would I abandon you now in this season of your life? My character has not changed, my power has not diminished, and my love for you remains as intense and real as it was on the day you were born. Let this truth anchor your spirit in absolute tranquility as the darkness of night settles over your surroundings. You are deeply loved, exquisitely valued, and completely secure in my hands. The season ahead is not one of decline, defeat, or lonely isolation. It is a season of quiet fulfillment, deeper spiritual insight, and unexpected blessings that will bring genuine smiles to your face. Approach each new morning with an expectant heart, ready to notice the subtle ways I am working in your environment. Look for the small, beautiful miracles embedded in ordinary moments, a kind word from a stranger, a moment of peaceful solitude, a sweet gathering with family, or a sudden resolution to a long-standing concern. These are the tender tokens of my affection, sent daily to remind you that you are never walking alone. As you step into this new awareness of your divine purpose, share these quiet truths with those who cross your path. There are so many weary souls around you who are searching for the very peace you are beginning to feel right now. They are exhausted from fighting worldly battles, crushed by the burden of comparison, and starving for a single word of genuine hope. You do not need to preach complex sermons to help them. Simply offer them a listening ear, a gentle smile, and a word of genuine encouragement born from your own journey of faith. Tell them that there is a God who knows their name, who sees their pain, and who offers them a fresh start regardless of their past mistakes. As you become a channel of my grace and peace to others, the flow of blessings in your own life will multiply beyond your expectations, keeping your soul refreshed like a well-watered garden. Take a deep breath now and let your mind settle into complete stillness. Allow every lingering thought about tomorrow's tasks, financial demands, or family concerns to sink beneath the surface of my peace. Tomorrow will take care of itself under my sovereign care, and you have been given this present moment simply to rest and be renewed. If your spirit feels at peace, subscribe and like to stay connected to this daily sanctuary of grace. Know that my hand is upon you, my presence is surrounding you, and my heart is overflowing with good things for your future. As you rest in this quiet assurance tonight, open your ears to the deeper promise, waiting to heal the secret burdens of your heart. Sink deeper into the quiet stillness of this moment, my beloved child, and allow the soft light of my presence to gather around your weary mind. As the darkness of the world fades outside your window, a deeper quiet is settling within your soul. You have walked through many seasons of effort and responsibility, carrying the weight of daily decisions, family needs, and the quiet anxieties that often linger when the sun goes down. Tonight, I invite you to lay down the heavy burden of trying to understand everything through human eyes alone. There is a higher vision available to you, a quiet perception born of faith that looks beyond the surface of temporary problems and sees the eternal hand at work in every corner of your life. For too long, you have relied upon your natural senses, measuring your safety by what you can see, hear, or touch. But human sight is limited, easily deceived by temporary shadows, sudden disruptions, and the confusing noise of human opinions. Tonight, I am awakening within your spirit a supernatural vision, a deep and unshakable spiritual clarity that grants you the ability to perceive truth through the lens of my boundless love. When you possess this spiritual clarity, the overwhelming events of the world lose their power to disturb your inner peace. You begin to look back at the winding path of your past, not with regret or confusion, but with a quiet sense of wonder at how every step was held within my protective grace. Think of the times when a sudden roadblock prevented you from reaching a goal you desperately desired, only for you to realize years later that the obstacle was actually my hand holding you back from unseen danger. Think of the doors that were closed in your face, leaving you heartbroken in the moment, which ultimately cleared the way for a far greater path of safety and quiet restoration. That was not random chance, nor was it a sign that you had been forgotten. It was my divine sight operating on your behalf, guiding your steps when your own vision was clouded by immediate desire or fear. As this supernatural sight awakens within you tonight, you will begin to see your current circumstances with the same serene confidence. You will look at your present worries and realize that they are merely temporary moments in a much larger, beautifully woven story of divine provision. Spiritual sight allows you to look at people not with judgment or defensive fear, but with a deep, compassionate understanding. When others act out of bitterness, pride, or anxiety, your awakened spirit will recognize that their actions stem from their own internal wounds and spiritual blindness. You will no longer take their harshness personally, nor will you allow their dark moods to cast a shadow over your own heart. Instead, you will see them through eyes of divine mercy, recognizing that those who cause pain are often in the deepest need of healing themselves. This higher perspective gives you the quiet strength to remain composed when others lose their balance, offering a steady hand and a calm presence to everyone who enters your home. You become a beacon of quiet light, illuminating the dark corners of confusion with the steady, golden radiance of my truth. Allow this spiritual clarity to wash through your mind right now, dissolving every lingering knot of confusion, doubt, and mental fatigue. You do not need to figure out every detail of tomorrow before you fall asleep tonight. You do not need to replay old conversations in your head, wondering what you should have said differently. Nor do you need to construct elaborate plans to protect yourself against unknown future troubles. I am your protector, your shield, and your ultimate source of wisdom. When you surrender your limited understanding into my care, your mind becomes as clear and quiet as a calm body of water, reflecting the serene beauty of the heavens. You are granted the gift of spiritual discernment, enabling you to distinguish between truth and falsehood, between genuine opportunities and deceptive traps, and between relationships that bring life and those that drain your energy. Rest in this gift of clear vision tonight, knowing that your eyes are being opened to see the goodness, beauty, and provision I have prepared for you in the days ahead. With this newfound spiritual clarity comes the gentle work of healing the deepest, most hidden wounds of your past. I know that as you look back over the decades of your life, your memory sometimes rests upon painful moments of deceit and betrayal. I see the quiet scars left on your soul by people you trusted implicitly, individuals to whom you opened your heart, shared your home, and offered your unconditional support, only to have that trust broken by dishonesty, abandonment, or harsh disloyalty. I know how deeply those wounds cut into your spirit. When betrayal comes from an enemy, it is easily understood. But when it comes from a close friend, a family member, or someone you loved with all your heart, the pain can feel as though it tears the very fabric of your soul. You may have carried the quiet ache of those moments for years, building thick walls around your heart to ensure that no one could ever hurt you in that way again. Tonight, I want to speak directly to those hidden wounds, bringing a soothing balm of grace to the places that still feel tender and raw. You must understand that the deceit you experienced at the hands of others was never a reflection of your worth or your capacity to be loved. It was a reflection of their own spiritual poverty and brokenness. When someone repays your kindness with deceit, they are not robbing you of your true value. They are simply demonstrating that they were unable to hold the sacred gift of your trust. Do not allow the unfaithfulness of human beings to poison your belief in goodness, love, and divine justice. I saw every tear you shed in secret when those betrayals occurred. I felt the sharp sting in your chest when you discovered the truth, and I stood beside you in the quiet hours of heartbreak when you felt completely isolated and discarded. I did not cause those betrayals, for I am a God of complete truth and unblemished light, but I have used even those painful experiences to refine your spirit and draw you closer to my protective embrace. Those broken relationships, as painful as they were, served as painful stepping stones that removed untrustworthy influences from your path, making space for true, divine connections to enter your life. Look at how those trials, though agonizing at the time, taught you resilience, deepened your capacity for true empathy, and drove you to seek a higher, unshakable source of comfort that no human being could ever take away from you. What the enemy intended for your destruction, I have transformed into a sacred foundation of wisdom, maturity, and quiet inner strength. To receive the full measure of emotional freedom I have prepared for you tonight, you must allow yourself to release the lingering pain of those past deceits. Holding on to old resentments, replaying past betrayals, and maintaining an inner ledger of grievances only keeps you bound to the very people who hurt you. Bitterness is like a heavy, cold anchor that holds your soul in the dark waters of the past, preventing you from sailing into the bright, warm ocean of your promised future. Forgiving someone does not mean excusing their harmful behavior, nor does it mean pretending that the hurt never happened. True forgiveness means choosing to transfer the debt from your limited hands into my absolute, perfectly balanced justice. It means deciding that your present peace is far too valuable to be sacrificed on the altar of past pain. Picture my Holy Spirit coming to you in this quiet moment like a pure white dove, descending softly from the heavens and settling gently upon your shoulder. This divine dove carries no heavy demands, no harsh judgments, and no sharp edges. It brings only absolute tenderness, infinite patience, and a deep, refreshing peace that quietens every internal storm. Just as a mother bird shelters her young beneath her wings, shielding them from the driving rain and the biting cold, my presence surrounds your heart tonight, creating a warm, safe sanctuary where your deepest wounds can finally close and heal. Feel the soft, gentle warmth of those divine wings covering your soul, melting away the lingering coldness left by human dishonesty and restoring to your spirit a sense of childlike trust, safety, and pure joy. Under the shadow of these holy wings, you no longer need to carry the defensive armor you constructed to protect yourself from betrayal. You can allow those heavy iron walls around your heart to crumble into dust, replacing them with a healthy, divine discernment that keeps you safe without keeping you isolated. You do not need to live in constant suspicion of everyone you meet, nor do you need to expect deceit around every corner. My Holy Spirit will whisper to your heart, giving you clear warnings when a person is untrustworthy, and granting you complete confidence when someone is sent to bring true blessing into your life. The pain of past deceit is dissolving right now in the warm ocean of my love, leaving behind only the pure gold of spiritual wisdom, emotional freedom, and an unshakable sense of peace. As your heart experiences this deep emotional restoration, your perspective on human relationships will naturally undergo a profound transformation. You will no longer feel the urgent need to rush into connections out of fear of being lonely, nor will you demand immediate answers or affection from those around you. You will begin to understand the quiet majesty of my divine timing, trusting that I am orchestrating the social and emotional landscape of your life with perfect wisdom. Many of the conflicts, disappointments, and heartbreaks you experienced in the past were the result of trying to force relationships that were never meant to be, or holding on to connections long after their appointed season had passed. Human impatience often leads people to drink from polluted wells simply because they are thirsty, but I desire to bring you to pure, springing fountains of genuine fellowship and mutual respect. Allow me to arrange the pieces of your life in my own flawless way. I know the exact people you need around you in this season of your maturity, people who will value your quiet spirit, honor your boundaries, encourage your faith, and offer you genuine, selfless affection. You do not need to plead for anyone's attention, nor do you need to compromise your values or obscure your true self to fit into spaces where you do not belong. You carry my Holy Spirit within you, making your soul a sacred vessel of divine light. Anyone who enters your life should recognize and respect the sacred presence you carry. If someone chooses to walk away from your life, let them go with a peaceful blessing, knowing that their departure is simply clearing space for those who are meant to walk with you into your future. If someone seeks to return to your life after a period of absence, exercise wise caution and quiet discernment, observing whether their character has truly matured before offering them a place of trust in your heart. Do not be afraid of periods of quiet solitude, for solitude in my presence is never loneliness. It is a sacred incubator where your soul is strengthened, healed, and refilled with divine power. It is in the quiet spaces away from the clamor of crowd noise that you hear my voice most clearly, receiving the deep wisdom and restoration that worldly gatherings can never provide. Enjoy these quiet hours of rest, recognizing them as precious gifts designed to restore your mental clarity and physical vitality. When the time is right, I will bring true companions into your path, friends, family members, and loved ones whose hearts are aligned with yours in love, honesty, and mutual support. When those divine connections manifest, they will not bring drama, confusion, or emotional exhaustion into your household. They will bring a simple, easy comfort characterized by mutual encouragement, shared laughter, and quiet understanding. You will be able to speak your heart without fear of being misunderstood, and you will receive love without the anxious feeling that it might be withdrawn at any moment. This is the quality of relationship I desire for you in this mature season of your life. Connections that reflect the peaceful, harmonious nature of my kingdom. Trust my timing completely, knowing that I am constantly working behind the scenes to realign your relationships, heal old family rifts, and establish a quiet sanctuary of love within your home. Remember that the foundation of all healthy human connection begins with the quiet recognition of your own sacred identity in my eyes. You are not an ordinary forgotten being drifting through a cold universe. You are a beloved child of the Most High God, bought with an infinite price, crowned with divine grace, and filled with the eternal Holy Spirit. When you fully grasp who you are in my presence, you walk through the world with a gentle, dignified posture. You no longer allow others to speak to you with disrespect, nor do you allow false guilt or emotional manipulation to dictate your choices. You offer love freely to all, but you guard the inner sanctuary of your heart with quiet wisdom. reserving your deepest trust for those who have proven themselves worthy of such a gift. If this piece touches your heart, subscribe and like to stay connected to this daily sanctuary of grace. Walk in this dignified self-worth every day, treating yourself with the same tenderness, care, and respect that I extend to you in every moment. Feed your mind with thoughts of truth, hope, and beauty, rejecting every negative narrative that tries to convince you that you are weak, unloved, or past your prime. Your age is not a sign of decline, it is a crown of honor, representing decades of survival, learning, overcoming, and walking hand in hand with my grace. The wisdom you have accumulated is a precious treasure intended to light the path for younger generations who are currently struggling through the very storms you have already conquered. Look at your family and loved ones through these restored eyes of love and divine clarity. Stop worrying endlessly about their mistakes or trying to control their choices through human pressure and constant anxiety. Entrust them completely into my hands, recognizing that my love for them is even greater than yours. Pray for them with quiet, unwavering faith, declaring my protection, guidance, and salvation over their lives every single day. Your peaceful example, your calm demeanor, and your unshakable trust in my provision will exert a far greater influence on their hearts than 1,000 anxious lectures or emotional confrontations. When they see the serene, unbreakable peace that rests upon your life, they will be drawn to seek the same divine source that sustains you. As you prepare to drift into a deep, uninterrupted sleep tonight, let go of every remaining tension in your body. Feel the warm, soothing weight of my presence resting over your physical frame, relaxing every muscle, calming every nerve, and easing the natural aches accumulated through your daily labor. Your breathing is becoming slow, deep, and rhythmic, matching the tranquil flow of my eternal peace. Every anxious thought that tried to invade your mind today has been disarmed and swept away by the gentle power of my word. Your past is entirely covered by my forgiving grace, your present is completely secure under my protective shadow, and your future is filled with bright promises that will unfold in perfect time. You can rest now with absolute confidence, knowing that the one who watches over your life never slumbers nor grows weary. I am standing guard over your mind, your heart, your family, and your dwelling place throughout the quiet hours of this night. No spirit of fear, no midnight panic, no dark thoughts, and no harmful forces can breach the circle of divine light that surrounds you. Sleep deeply, my beloved child, enveloped in the soft protective wings of my Holy Spirit, and prepare your heart to awaken tomorrow to a fresh morning filled with new mercies, unexpected joy, and quiet strength. Listen closely as this quiet presence surrounds you, for a shield of holy protection is now being placed around your home. Rest your head softly upon your pillow, my beloved child, and let the gentle ocean of my peace wash over your tired spirit. As the shadows of evening lengthen and the busy demands of the day fall silent, I come to stand beside you in this quiet sanctuary. I know the secret places of your heart where a cold, hollow ache has sometimes lingered, that subtle shadow of emotional solitude that seems to grow heavier when the world turns quiet. There are moments when you have sat in a room filled with people, surrounded by conversation and activity, yet felt entirely alone, as though no one truly understood the depth of your soul or the silent struggles you carry inside. You have looked back across the years, remembering those who walked away, those who failed to cherish your presence, and those whose promises melted like morning mist. In those quiet hours, a gentle sorrow may have whispered that you were destined to walk through this life misunderstood, bearing your burdens in silent isolation. Tonight, I am reaching into the deepest soil of your heart to uproot that cold seed of solitude forever. You were never meant to carry the weight of this journey by yourself, nor were you created to dwell in the dark corners of emotional abandonment. The feeling of being forgotten is a deception woven from human disappointments, but it has no standing in the reality of my kingdom. I have known you from before the foundation of the world, and there has never been a single second where my attention drifted away from your life. When you sat in silence, weeping tears that no human eye ever saw, my glory was surrounding you like a warm mantle. When you felt a strange, heavy emptiness in the pit of your stomach, as if something terrible was about to occur, it was not a sign of impending doom. It was simply your human spirit crying out for the deeper, unshakable security that only my presence can provide. Tonight, I am replacing that hollow ache with the rich golden fullness of my abiding love. I am flooding every dark crevice of your mind with a divine light that dispels the mist of loneliness, assuring you that you are held, known, and deeply cherished by the Creator of all things. Allow yourself to realize that your season of cold isolation is coming to a complete end. I am reframing the quiet hours of your life so that they are no longer seen as periods of painful exile, but as sacred moments of divine intimacy. Solitude in my presence is not emptiness. It is a sacred chamber where your soul is refilled with holy power, where your thoughts are restored to perfect harmony, and where your spirit receives the gentle comfort that human relationships can never fully offer. Look at how my radiance encompasses you right now, warming your chest, softening your thoughts, and quietening every restless pulse in your body. You do not need to seek validation from a distracted world that measures worth by superficial standards. You possess an eternal companion who walks beside you through every trial, sits with you in every quiet moment, and watches over your rest with infinite tenderness. Let this truth dissolve the old memories of feeling unwanted or set aside. You are the very center of my affection, and my presence will remain with you through every remaining step of your earthly journey. As this divine warmth uproots the lingering remnants of personal sorrow, allow that same light to radiate outward into the lives of those you hold dear. I am calling you in this season to become a vessel of restoration and generational healing within your own household. Look upon your family members, your children, your spouse, your siblings, and your kin, not through the tired lens of past misunderstandings, but through the gentle vision of my restoring grace. Homes are often fractured by unspoken pain, where quiet walls of emotional distance grow up between hearts that truly love one another. Small offenses, busy schedules, and past miscommunications can slowly create an atmosphere where words become sharp or cease altogether. But I have placed you and your family as an anchor of peace, a gentle leader whose quiet transformation can turn the tide of emotional distance and bring soft affection back into your home. Begin to speak words of divine life and sweet affirmation over your household every single day. The power of a transformed tongue can melt decades of frozen conflict and break the subtle chains of generational hurt. When you look at your children or your relatives, do not focus on their flaws, their choices, or their temporary rebellion. See them as fragile souls who are also searching for love, acceptance, and security in a confusing world. When tension arises within your living space, do not respond with loud arguments or defensive silence. Walk into the situation carrying the calm authority of my Holy Spirit. Offer gentle answers that diffuse anger and extend a quiet patience that invites reconciliation. You have been given the privilege of establishing a holy atmosphere within your home, where everyone who enters feels an immediate sense of warmth, safety, and deep acceptance. I place a beautiful, sacred instruction in your heart tonight for the days ahead. Seek out moments to demonstrate your love to your family in simple, tangible ways. Do not let pride or old awkwardness prevent you from expressing the affection that resides within your spirit. Go to each member of your household with a serene and gentle heart. Place your hands tenderly upon their shoulders, look directly into their eyes with soft compassion, and speak these quiet words to their soul. God tells you that He loves you with all His heart, and I love you too. Do not be surprised if tears begin to flow when you speak these simple words, for human hearts are deeply thirsty for genuine love and spiritual reassurance. Those tears are not tears of sadness, they are the sweet melting of long-held defenses, the beginning of emotional healing, and the gentle washing away of old family wounds. Through these simple acts of divine affection, a powerful journey of domestic restoration is taking place under your roof. The quiet friction that once filled your hallway will yield to a sweet, lingering atmosphere of peace. Where there was once cold distance, a warm, inviting unity will flourish. You will watch as long-standing resentments dissolve into mutual appreciation, and strained conversations transform into sweet moments of shared joy and honest communion. Your home is becoming a holy sanctuary, a safe haven from the stormy winds of the world, where every family member can find rest, encouragement, and unconditional support. Know that as you step forward as a minister of my grace within your family, my supernatural blessing descends upon your lineage, securing your household in peace and keeping your loved ones under the umbrella of my divine protection. If this message brings peace to your heart, please like and subscribe to stay connected with our daily sanctuary. Now turn your mind toward the external pressures and conflicts that have caused you stress in recent times, and watch how my hand disarms every source of opposition. In this life, you will occasionally encounter individuals whose hearts are filled with confusion, envy, or bitterness. People who may speak ill of you, misrepresent your intentions, or attempt to create obstacles in your path. When such opposition arises, your natural tendency may be to feel defensive, anxious, or compelled to fight back in your own strength. You may spend sleepless nights trying to craft explanations, wondering how to protect your reputation or defend your character against unfair accusations. Tonight, I ask you to relinquish every conflict into my sovereign hands, adopting a posture of quiet, unshakable stillness. You do not need to engage in earthly battles, nor do you need to raise your voice to defend yourself against the noise of human criticism. I am your ultimate defender, your righteous advocate, and your unbreakable shield against every form of hostility. When people oppose you or seek to undermine your peace, they are not merely contending with you, they are stepping into opposition against the divine grace that rests upon your life. You can afford to remain entirely silent, maintaining a calm demeanor and a forgiving heart, because I am handling the hidden details behind the scenes. Every harsh word uttered against you will fall harmlessly to the ground, losing its power to affect your destiny or steal your joy. I am clearing your path of unnecessary strife, shifting circumstances in your favor, and causing the hostile intentions of others to melt away like wax before a flame. Look at how I transform potential opposition into moments of quiet victory for your soul. Those who tried to cause you to stumble will eventually see the steady, unshakable grace that sustains you, and they will realize that their efforts were entirely in vain. Those who belittled your worth or discounted your potential will witness the steady elevation of your life under my hand, learning a quiet lesson in humility and divine justice. But I do not bring this resolution so that you may boast or harbor feelings of superiority over those who opposed you. I do it so that my peace may be clearly manifested in your life, proving that those who trust in my defense will never be put to shame. Your role is simply to walk in love, to bless those who curse you, and to pray for those who treat you coldly, knowing that your soft heart remains entirely protected within the fortress of my power. Refrain from wasting your precious emotional energy on past conflicts or remaining locked in memories of old battles that have already been won. Do not spend your quiet evenings weeping over broken connections with ungrateful souls who chose to walk away from your kindness. If someone chose to exit your life because they could not appreciate the quiet value of your presence, accept their departure as a peaceful clearing of your path. You do not need to plead for false affection, nor should you long for the cold embrace of those who sought to bring you down. Walking beside my presence offers a deep, authentic happiness that worldly relationships can never duplicate. I have higher purposes awaiting you, new doors of opportunity preparing to open, and pure, trustworthy companions waiting to enter your journey at the appointed time. Keep your eyes fixed forward, letting the past settle quietly into oblivion as you step into the bright, secure future I have established for you. Feel the profound security that comes from knowing that the high God of heaven and earth is actively guarding your life. I am not a distant deity who looks upon your struggles from afar with cold indifference. I am the Almighty, the King of Kings, majestic in authority, yet intimately attuned to every heartbeat and every breath you draw. When doubts try to whisper that you are vulnerable, remind your spirit of who stands beside you. The same divine power that brought the stars into existence, that set the boundaries of the vast oceans, and that spoke light into the primeval darkness is actively surrounding your home tonight. No hidden danger, no unexpected crisis, and no dark scheme can pierce the holy shield that envelopes your life and your family. You are completely safe under my sovereign watch, held in a fortress of grace that no earthly trouble can ever dismantle. As this unshakable security settles deep into your spirit, allow your physical body to yield to the restful rhythm of sleep. Feel the tension leaving your neck, your back, and your limbs as you sink into the comfortable embrace of your bed. Your chest rises and falls in a slow, tranquil rhythm, matching the calm, unchanging flow of my eternal peace. The heavy worries that weighed upon your mind during the daylight hours have been completely disarmed, replaced by a quiet confidence that all is well within your world. You do not need to hold on to the controls of your life while you sleep. You can safely surrender everything into my capable hands, knowing that I am managing every detail of your existence with infinite wisdom and perfect love. Tonight, my angels are stationed around the perimeter of your dwelling place, creating an impenetrable wall of holy light that keeps all darkness at bay. Your home is filled with an atmosphere of heavenly serenity, making it a place of deep rest, quiet recovery, and spiritual renewal. Your sleep tonight will be sweet, peaceful, and unbroken by sudden fears or midnight anxieties. As you lie here in complete stillness, your mind is being cleansed of all lingering stress, your body is being restored from physical fatigue, and your spirit is being replenished with fresh courage for the days ahead. You are stepping into a season where your peace will remain untroubled, regardless of what occurs in the world around you, because your anchor is dropped deep into the solid rock of my eternal love. Sink further into this gentle stillness, my child, letting your consciousness drift naturally toward deep, restorative slumber. There is nothing left for you to accomplish today, no more problems to solve, and no more worries to process. The day is fully completed, held securely in my forgiving grace, and tomorrow rests safely under my sovereign care. You are deeply loved with an everlasting love, protected with an omnipotent power, and guided by an infinite wisdom that will never leave your side. Sleep peacefully in this quiet sanctuary, allowing my presence to wrap around you like a soft, warm blanket throughout the dark hours of the night, until the gentle light of a new morning dawns upon your face. Rest peacefully in this sanctuary of peace. As we step into the revelation of true emotional freedom, allow the peaceful quiet of this night to wrap around you like a soft, weightless garment as you settle deeper into total rest. Every sound of the outside world is fading into the distance, leaving only the calm, steady rhythm of your breathing and the gentle sound of my voice speaking directly to your heart. You have entered a safe place where no demands are made of you, where no one is judging your worth, and where the heavy armor you carried throughout the day can be laid aside completely. In my presence, there is no need to prove yourself, no need to defend your past, and no need to carry the emotional debts that others have tried to place upon your shoulders. Tonight, a profound quietness is settling over your mind, clearing away the lingering static of old cares and preparing your soul for deep, restorative sleep. As your body relaxes into the comfortable support beneath you, open your spirit to receive a quiet revelation of true liberty, a divine release that unties every unseen knot of anxiety and restores to your soul the unshakable peace that has always belonged to you as my beloved child. For many years, you have carried subtle, invisible chains that were never meant for your spirit to bear. These chains were not made of iron or steel, but of quiet emotional obligations, long-standing guilt, and the manipulative expectations of people who sought to control your choices. I know how deeply you have cared for those around you, and how often your soft, generous heart was used against you by those who operated out of their own insecurity, bitterness, or selfishness. You may have found yourself walking on eggshells in certain relationships, constantly measuring your words, changing your behavior to avoid another person's anger, or sacrificing your own peace just to keep a temporary, fragile quiet in your household. You were taught to feel responsible for the emotional reactions of others, carrying an unnatural guilt whenever you set healthy boundaries or attempted to walk in the path I laid out for your life. Tonight, I declare to your heart that the era of emotional bondage is over. True love never operates through manipulation, guilt, or subtle intimidation. My love for you is vast, free, and completely unburdened by hidden demands. When I set you free, I did not call you into a new form of servitude where you must constantly appease human expectations to earn affection. I granted you complete liberty of soul so that you could walk in the dignity of a son or daughter of the Most High God. Step away from the lingering voices of those who used criticism, emotional distance, or cold silence to control your spirit. You do not owe your peace to anyone who demands that you diminish yourself to keep them comfortable. You are no longer bound by the false narratives that were whispered over you in moments of conflict. Narratives that tried to convince you that you were selfish, inadequate, or incapable of making wise decisions on your own. Picture those long-standing emotional ties as thin, fragile threads that have gradually wrapped around your heart over time, restricting your movement and draining your vital energy. Tonight, my presence comes not with a loud, violent force, but with a warm, gentle light that quietly dissolves every one of those unnatural cords. Feel the subtle tension releasing from your chest as those old obligations fall away into nothingness. You do not need to replay past arguments in your head, trying to explain your actions to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. You do not need to carry the weight of another person's chosen unhappiness or feel guilty for stepping into a life of joy and spiritual health. I am restoring your boundaries, giving you the quiet strength to say yes with clarity and no with peace, unburdened by the fear of human disapproval. When you are liberated from past manipulations, your soul regains its natural balance and beauty. You begin to realize that your life is a sacred trust held directly between you and your Heavenly Father. No human being holds the ultimate authority over your destiny, nor does anyone have the right to define your value or restrict the joy I have reserved for your remaining years. If you have spent decades pleasing others at the expense of your own spiritual and emotional health, forgive yourself tonight. Recognize that you acted out of a sincere desire to show love, even if that love was misdirected or taken for granted. Lay down the regrets of those years, knowing that my grace covers every season of your journey and that the present moment is a fresh, clean slate where you can walk in total authenticity and quiet self-governance. As these old emotional weights melt away, my Holy Spirit fills the newly cleared spaces of your mind with a spirit of divine love, sound judgment, and gentle self-control. I have not given you a spirit of fear, timidity, or perpetual confusion, but a spirit that is grounded in deep emotional stability and quiet strength. Self-control is not a cold, rigid discipline achieved through human willpower alone. It is the natural fruit of a spirit that rests completely in my love. When your heart is fully anchored in the assurance of my provision and care, the chaotic impulses of anxiety, impatience, and knee-jerk reactivity begin to fade away naturally. You are granted a calm mind that responds to life's circumstances with wisdom and poise, rather than reacting out of old wounds or sudden panic. Consider how this divine self-control quietly transforms your inner world. In the past, when unexpected news arrived or when a difficult situation presented itself, your thoughts may have spiraled instantly into worst-case scenarios, keeping your mind racing throughout the night and filling your body with physical tension. But tonight, a holy quietness is taking root within your thoughts. When troublesome suggestions or fearful thoughts try to enter your mind, you now possess the peaceful authority to turn them away at the door. You can observe a thought without accepting it as your reality, choosing instead to filter every idea through the quiet truth of my promises. You have the power to step off the wheel of endless worrying, recognizing that anxiety has never solved a single problem, nor has it ever added a single hour to your life. This sound mind also brings gentle healing to your daily habits and personal routines. Throughout your life, when emotional stress became overwhelming, you may have turned to temporary coping mechanisms to numb the quiet ache in your soul, whether through restless overactivity, unhealthy eating, lingering over negative media, or holding on to old, repetitive loops of bitter thought. These habits were simply your human spirit searching for comfort in places that could never truly satisfy your deeper thirst. Tonight, I am replacing those temporary crutches with the living water of my presence. I am restoring your relationship with your physical body, giving you the gentle desire to care for your health, nourish your frame with rest, and treat your temple with honor and respect. You will find that breaking free from unwanted habits occurs not through intense, painful effort, but through a quiet shift in your desires. As you fill your mind with my comforting words each night, the appetite for dark, anxious, or unhelpful thoughts naturally diminishes. You no longer need to numb your feelings because your heart is no longer a place of pain. It has become a serene garden where my peace blossoms in abundance. If you stumble or slip back into old patterns of thought, do not fall into the trap of self-condemnation. I do not stand over you with a cold, critical eye, waiting to punish your imperfections. I extend a warm, steady hand to lift you up, brush off the dust, and remind you that my mercies are completely new every single morning. Your progress is measured not by flawless perfection, but by the quiet, steady direction of your heart toward my light. Allow this spirit of love and sound judgment to quiet your nervous system right now. Feel the slow, deep rhythm of your breath as your lungs fill with clean, refreshing air and release all the built-up tension of the day. Every organ in your physical body is responding to the quiet order of my grace. Your heart beats with a steady, peaceful cadence, your muscles release their long-held tightness, and your brainwaves settle into the soft, tranquil frequencies of natural sleep. You are reclaiming the full governance of your emotional state, refusing to allow outside circumstances, temporary news, or the moods of other people to disturb the sanctuary of peace I have built within your heart. With this deep emotional balance established, you are empowered to step into a serene spiritual authority that completely disarms fear in all its subtle forms. For too long, the concept of spiritual strength has been portrayed as an intense, exhausting struggle, a loud, confrontational battle against dark forces and difficult circumstances. But in my kingdom, true authority is not loud, dramatic, or anxious. True authority is quiet, settled, and completely composed because it rests upon an accomplished victory. When a quiet, confident ruler speaks, there is no need to shout or demonstrate force. The authority is recognized instantly by its calm, unshakable presence. Tonight, I am clothing your spirit in this quiet, serene authority over every fear, doubt, and worry that has ever tried to threaten your peace. Think of how a majestic ship glides effortlessly through deep, calm waters. The wind may blow across the surface of the sea, creating small ripples and noise, but the massive vessel remains steady on its course, unswayed by the surface turbulence, because its keel reaches deep into the quiet depths below. In the same way, when your soul is anchored deep in the quiet ocean of my eternal love, the noisy fears of this world lose their capacity to move you. When thoughts of financial lack, physical illness, family troubles, or future uncertainty try to whisper threats into your mind during the night, you do not need to engage them in an exhausting mental battle. You simply smile with quiet confidence, pull the soft covers of my grace closer around your heart, and remind your spirit that the Lord of heaven and earth is actively managing your life. Fear is nothing more than an illusion built on false assumptions and forgotten promises. It thrives in the dark corners of the mind, where my presence has been temporarily overlooked. But the moment you turn your focus back to my unchanging nature, fear dissolves like morning fog before the rising sun. Look at the vast track record of my faithfulness across the decades of your life. Have I ever failed to provide a way forward when you thought you had reached a complete dead end? Have I ever left you entirely abandoned in the midst of a trial? Even when you walked through deep valleys of grief, loss, or confusion, my hand was quietly sustaining you, keeping your feet from sliding into total destruction. If my grace has brought you safely through every past trial, why should you entertain fear regarding the days that lie ahead? You possess quiet authority over the subtle negative influences that seek to enter your home through the atmosphere of the world. You do not need to allow the relentless fear, outrage, and chaos displayed in the daily news to penetrate the quiet boundary of your residence. Your home is a sacred sanctuary, a place dedicated to rest, love, spiritual nourishment, and peaceful fellowship. You have the full right to close the door against the clamor of the world, choosing instead to fill your living space with quiet music, gentle conversations, and the soothing presence of my word. When dark or anxious atmospheres try to settle over your household, you can speak words of quiet blessing, declaring peace over your family, safety over your structure, and light over every room. Your words, spoken in quiet faith, carry real weight in the spiritual realm, driving away confusion and inviting the warm presence of my angels into every corner of your dwelling. You also possess this quiet authority over the inner memories that have haunted your sleep in times past. You may have carried lingering memories of past failures, embarrassing mistakes, or moments of deep vulnerability where you felt exposed and helpless. The adversary of your soul loves to bring these old memories to the surface during the quiet hours of the night, trying to reignite feelings of shame, inadequacy, and regret. But tonight, you exercise your divine authority by shutting the door on those dead memories once and for all. When an old mistake rises in your mind, do not argue with it or defend yourself. Simply declare that the blood of my grace has wiped away every past fault, leaving your soul as clean and pure as freshly fallen snow. What I have cleansed, no one has the right to call dirty. What I have forgiven, no one has the right to use as an accusation against you. Rest in the complete security of knowing that no weapon formed against your peace will ever prosper. This promise does not mean that difficult winds will never blow across your path, but it guarantees that those winds will never have the power to destroy your foundation or steal your eternal heritage. You are standing on a rock that cannot be shaken by economic shifts, human choices, or the natural aging of your physical body. Every situation you face is subject to my divine oversight, and I am continually working all things together for your ultimate good, your quiet joy, and your spiritual growth. You can lay down your guard completely tonight, knowing that the highest power in the universe is watching over your rest with infinite care and absolute authority. As you sink deeper into this peaceful state of quiet authority, allow every remaining thought of responsibility to melt away from your mind. You do not need to hold the universe together tonight. You do not need to fix the lives of your adult children, resolve your financial obligations, or cure your physical ailments before you fall asleep. All of those matters are held securely in my hands, where they are being worked out with far greater skill and wisdom than your human mind could ever manage. Your only task in this present moment is to receive my love, let your body sink into absolute rest, and enjoy the sweet, uninterrupted tranquility that I give to those I cherish. Feel the deep, restorative quietness that is saturating every layer of your being. Your mind is completely clear, like a still mountain lake reflecting the soft light of a million stars. Your heart is light, free from the heavy anchor of guilt, fear, or past manipulation. Your physical frame is soft, warm, and entirely relaxed, benefiting from the healing power of my grace flowing through your veins. You are safe, you are free, and you are surrounded by an unbreakable ring of divine protection that will keep you secure throughout all the hours of darkness. Sleep now, my beloved child, wrapped in the quiet certainty of my unconditional love and sovereign care. There is no darkness that can overcome the light I have placed within your spirit, and no fear that can survive in the warm ocean of my presence. The night is yours to enjoy as a time of deep physical renewal, emotional healing, and spiritual quietness. Trust in my promise, rest in my strength, and let your soul drift peacefully into the sweet, restorative realm of undisturbed sleep. Feel the heavy burdens lifting from your mind as bright rays of morning hope begin to illuminate your horizon. Step softly into the quiet sanctuary of this moment, my beloved child, as the fading shadows of the night give way to a gentle, golden glow within your soul. You have walked through a long, dark tunnel where the walls felt thick with old sorrows, lingering disappointments, and the heavy atmosphere of unspoken fears. For many months, and perhaps even years, you felt as though you were navigating that narrow corridor in near total darkness, feeling your way along cold, uncertain walls, wondering if the sunlight would ever warm your face again. You carried the weight of past hurts, the memory of harsh words spoken in anger, the ache of loneliness, and the constant, draining fear that your finest days were behind you. But tonight, I ask you to stop looking back into the shadows of that long passage. You have reached the opening of that tunnel, and a radiant, divine light is breaking over the horizon of your life. Step forward now into the warm sunlight of my grace, leaving behind every heavy piece of baggage you were never meant to carry into this new morning. There is a deep and liberating freedom in realizing that you do not need to gather up the shattered pieces of your past. For so long, you have spent precious energy trying to glue together old relationships that had run their course, trying to repair broken dreams that belonged to a previous chapter of your journey, or trying to recreate circumstances that can no longer serve your growing spirit. Leave those broken fragments where they fell upon the earth. You are not called to reconstruct an old life out of dust and memory. You are being invited to accept a completely fresh creation from my hands. When I bring renewal into your life, I do not merely patch up the old garments of your existence. I bestow upon you a new mantle of peace, a clear mind, and an unburdened heart that is entirely ready to experience authentic joy. The darkness that once held you back from seeing your true worth has been completely shattered by the brilliance of my love. And there is no power on earth that can force you back into those old shadows. Feel the soothing warmth of this divine light touching every area of your being right now. It washes over your mind, dissolving the lingering clouds of confusion, self-doubt, and mental fatigue that made your days feel so heavy. It touches your physical body, relaxing the tight muscles in your back and shoulders, easing the quiet tension in your chest, and bringing a deep, restful calm to your nervous system. You are completely free from the emotional chains that once bound your spirit, free from the constant need to explain yourself, free from the lingering shame of old mistakes, and free from the haunting sense that you are somehow inadequate or forgotten. Your soul is clean, your conscience is at peace under the covering of my forgiving grace, and your heart is soft and open, ready to receive the quiet abundance that is preparing to unfold across your path. Allow yourself to fully experience this sensation of divine light shining upon your journey. When you step into the sunlight of my presence, the perspective of your entire life shifts. You begin to see that the dark moments you survived were not designed to destroy you, but to strip away the false dependencies and temporary crutches that were keeping you from discovering the deep, unshakable strength I placed within your spirit. The dark tunnel was simply a quiet place of transition, where your faith was refined in secret, where your patience was deepened, and where your roots grew deep down into the solid soil of my grace. Now that you have emerged into the open sunlight, you can look back without a single trace of fear or resentment, recognizing that my hand was guiding you through every inch of the darkness, keeping your feet from slipping into total despair. As you rest in this radiant atmosphere of pure light, open your spirit to embrace the promised season of victory and heavenly celebration that lies directly before you. In the heavenly realm, there is a profound joy surrounding your life today. I am like a happy father who has watched his child endure a long, grueling journey through stormy weather, holding his breath through every dangerous turn, and who now welcomes that child home with open, celebrating arms. You have kept the faith through difficult trials when it would have been so easy to give up, to grow bitter, or to abandon your trust in my goodness. You have knelt before me in the quiet hours of the night, offering your simple prayers despite the storms raging around you, choosing to believe in my promises when every natural sense told you that all hope was lost. That persistent, childlike trust has touched my heart, and heaven itself is preparing to celebrate the victory that is now unfolding in your life. This season of victory is not a fleeting, temporary moment of happiness that will vanish with the morning dew. It is founded upon an eternal covenant that I have established with your soul, a sacred, unbreakable promise that I will never leave you, never abandon you, and never break my word to your heart. Earthly covenants and human promises are often broken when circumstances change, when emotions cool, or when human strength fails. But I am constant, yesterday, today, and forever. My power does not fluctuate, my resources are never exhausted, and my devotion to your well-being remains absolute across all the changing seasons of your life. When I promise to care for you, to bless your household, and to surround your spirit with unshakable peace, that promise is signed with my eternal name and sealed by my divine authority. The windows and doors of heaven are swinging wide open over your life because of your quiet faithfulness. You are stepping into a season where long-awaited prayers will begin to receive their soft, clear answers, where closed doors that caused you so much frustration will be replaced by wide pathways of divine provision, and where the heavy losses of your past will be restored in ways that bring a quiet, lingering smile to your face. The tears you sowed during your seasons of sorrow were not wasted in the dust. They were precious seeds of faith that have been nurtured in the soil of my grace, and they are now producing a rich harvest of emotional healing, family harmony, and spiritual rest. Embrace this victory with a quiet, confident heart, knowing that you do not need to fight or strive to earn it. It is a free gift of my love, poured out upon your life simply because you are my cherished child. Reflect on how splendid it is to realize that your future is held within the hands of a God who delights in your happiness. You no longer need to approach your days with a defensive, anxious posture, constantly bracing yourself for the next calamity or waiting for the other shoe to drop. That anxious pattern of thinking belongs to your past, to the season when you relied entirely upon your own limited human strength. In this new season of covenant victory, you can live with an expectant, hopeful heart, looking forward to each new day as an opportunity to discover new expressions of my love and care. The dark tunnel is behind you, the storm has passed, and the radiant sunlight of my promised victory is illuminating every step of your future path. As you step into this promised abundance and experience the unfolding victory in your life, it is vital that you guard your heart with deep humility and authentic gratitude. Abundance is a beautiful gift, but if it is not received with a humble spirit, it can quietly become a trap that distorts your perspective and separates your soul from the true source of your peace. There are many who receive my blessings, whether in the form of financial security, renewed health, or restored relationships, and instead of responding with quiet gratitude, they allow subtle pride to take root in their minds. They begin to attribute their success to their own intelligence, their own tireless effort, or their own superior wisdom, forgetting the divine hand that protected them, healed them, and opened doors that no human strength could ever move. I ask you tonight to keep your heart anchored in sweet simplicity and understated humility. When the windows of heaven open and divine provision begins to flow into your life, let it make you softer, gentler, and more compassionate toward those who are still struggling in their own dark tunnels. Never use the blessings I bestow upon you as a means of boasting, showing off, or seeking temporary applause from a fickle world. Displaying your abundance to invite the envy of others is a foolish path that invites unnecessary friction, bad feelings, and spiritual danger into your household. True dignity and true prosperity do not need to advertise themselves with loud displays or empty titles. They are expressed through a calm, generous spirit, a modest lifestyle, and a home filled with quiet peace, warm hospitality, and genuine love. When you walk in authentic humility, you recognize that every good thing you possess, every breath you draw, every moment of health, every peaceful evening, and every measure of material provision is an unmerited gift of my grace. This realization fills your heart with a continuous, bubbling wellspring of spontaneous thanksgiving. Gratitude is the most powerful key in my kingdom. It keeps your spirit open to receive even greater measures of my presence, and it protects your mind from the poisonous weeds of pride, entitlement, and discontent. Before you close your eyes each night, make it a simple habit to silently list the quiet mercies of your day, thanking me for the unseen protection, the simple meals, the warm shelter, and the quiet comfort that surrounds your life. A thankful heart is a magnet for divine peace, creating an internal environment where anxiety simply cannot survive. Consider how beautiful your household becomes when it is governed by a spirit of humble gratitude. Your home becomes a sanctuary where envy has no place, where family members encourage one another without competitive comparison, and where the simple pleasures of life are celebrated with genuine joy. You set an example of spiritual maturity that inspires your children, your relatives, and your neighbors, showing them that true wealth is not measured by the accumulation of temporary earthly possessions, but by the depth of peace that rests within the soul. As you remain small in your own eyes, holding your blessings with open, generous hands, I can safely trust you with greater measures of spiritual authority and divine provision, knowing that you will use every gift to bring light, comfort, and blessing to those around you. Let this gentle harmony of light, covenant victory, and humble gratitude settle deep into your soul tonight, creating an unshakable foundation of inner quietness. Every element of your life is being brought into perfect alignment with my divine purpose. You do not need to carry a single anxious thought into your sleep, nor do you need to spend a single moment wondering if you will have enough strength, enough wisdom, or enough resources for the days ahead. Everything you need has already been provided for within the vast reservoir of my eternal grace. You are stepping out of the dark tunnels of your past into the radiant sunlight of my promised future, walking hand in hand with the one who loves you beyond all human understanding. Allow your physical body to respond to this deep spiritual truth as you prepare for total, undisturbed rest. Feel the soothing weight of my presence settling over your entire frame, relaxing every muscle from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Your breathing is slow, steady, and deep, drawing in the clean air of my peace and releasing every last trace of physical fatigue and mental tension. The busy chatter of your mind has fallen silent, replaced by a deep golden quietness that fills every corner of your consciousness. Your heart is resting securely in the timeless truth of my everlasting covenant, untroubled by the past and entirely confident in the future. My angels are surrounding your bed tonight, weaving a dense shield of divine protection around your home, keeping far away every spirit of fear, bad dreams, midnight restlessness, and emotional heaviness. Your dwelling place is filled with the tranquil atmosphere of heaven, making it a safe haven where your body can heal, your mind can quiet down, and your spirit can be renewed in complete safety. You can surrender yourself to the soft embrace of sleep without hesitation or reserve, knowing that I am standing watch over your life throughout every hour of the darkness. Sleep deeply now, my beloved child, enveloped in the radiant warmth of my love and the absolute security of my eternal promises. The long night of your struggle is over. The darkness has passed, and a brilliant new chapter of victory, restoration, and quiet joy is dawning upon your life. Trust in my unchanging word, rest in my tender care, and allow your soul to float peacefully on the calm ocean of my grace throughout this blessed night. As your spirit relaxes in these sacred promises, let your heart prepare to receive the quiet flood of miraculous provision. Allow the deep, soothing quiet of this hour to wrap around your heart like a soft, warm mantle, settling every lingering thought into absolute stillness. The noise of the daylight world has completely receded, leaving behind a tranquil sanctuary where your weary body can fully let go. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest as your breath becomes slow, deep, and rhythmic, matching the timeless movement of my peace flowing through this room. You have entered a sacred space of total safety, where no worries are permitted to intrude, no pressures are placed upon your shoulders, and no demands require your attention. Tonight, your only task is to rest softly in the assurance of my unconditional affection, letting every muscle in your frame release its hidden tension and allowing your mind to sink into a calm, unbroken quietness. A sacred stillness is surrounding your home, smoothing away the sharp edges of physical fatigue and creating a serene atmosphere where your spirit can be deeply renewed. In this peaceful atmosphere of quiet expectation, I invite you to lift your eyes above the narrow boundaries of physical sight and place your trust in the unseen wonders I am continually preparing for your life. Throughout your journey, you have often relied on your physical senses to measure whether help was on the way, looking for tangible signs, immediate answers, or visible shifts in your circumstances. When your eyes saw no outward movement and your ears heard no clear confirmation, your human heart may have grown weary, wondering if your quiet prayers had dissolved into thin air. But tonight, I want to teach your soul the profound serenity of trusting in things that lie beyond the reach of human sight. True faith is not an anxious straining to see the future. It is the restful, unshakable confidence that my hand is working behind the scenes, arranging every detail of your destiny with flawless precision, even when the surface of your life appears entirely unchanged. Consider the gentle, mysterious process of a seed buried deep beneath the surface of the earth in the cool dark of winter. To an observer standing above the ground, there is no evidence of life, no color, no movement, and no hint of the vibrant bloom that lies hidden within the dark soil. Yet in that hidden obscurity, away from the glare of the sun and the scrutiny of human eyes, the seed is quietly opening, drawing moisture from the surrounding earth and sending down deep, silent roots to secure its future growth. The quiet darkness is not a tomb of defeat. It is a sacred cradle of transformation. In the very same way, the long-awaited answers and quiet miracles you have held in your heart across the years are not lost, forgotten, or destroyed. They have been quietly taking root in the fertile soil of my grace, nourished by every quiet tear you shed in faith and protected by my sovereign hand. Do not be discouraged, because the complete fulfillment of my promises has not yet manifested in visible form before your eyes. The grandest works of my creation are crafted in stillness and hidden solitude before they are ever revealed in the radiant light of day. I am constantly working in the invisible realms of your life, softening hearts that have long been cold toward you, clearing hidden obstacles from your path, and opening pathways of provision that your natural mind could never have conceived. When you lie down to sleep tonight, you do not need to see the mechanism of how your problems will be resolved. You only need to know the character of the one who has promised to care for you. I am the God of the unseen, the architect of silent turnarounds, and the origin of every good gift. When you release the need to perceive every answer with your natural eyes, a deep and steady quietness fills your mind, allowing you to rest in absolute security while I bring your promised blessings to maturity. Think of how much anxiety leaves your soul when you realize that your visible circumstances represent only a tiny fraction of reality. The temporary challenges that tried to trouble your heart today, whether they involved health concerns, financial pressures, family uncertainties, or lingering emotional hurts, are merely temporary clouds drifting across an infinite blue sky. They carry no permanent power over your destiny, nor can they alter the eternal covenant of peace I have established over your life. Step back from the immediate noise of those circumstances and gaze with the eyes of your spirit into the vast ocean of my timeless faithfulness. Look at how many times in your past I brought you through situations that seemed completely hopeless to your natural understanding. I parted deep waters for you when you saw no way forward. I brought sweet comfort to your heart in times of profound loss. And I sustained your life when your own strength was entirely spent. If I held you secure through those past seasons of trial, will I not surely carry you through the present moment? My power has not grown weak with the passage of time, nor has my love for you diminished by a single degree. The same invisible grace that sustained you then is surrounding your bed right now, quietly orchestrating a marvelous resolution to every issue that has caused you concern. Allow your spirit to drop its defensive posture and settle into a state of serene expectation. You are not walking toward defeat, isolation, or decay. You are stepping into a season where the unseen seeds of your past faith will burst forth into visible blooms of restorative joy, quiet comfort, and divine fulfillment. Rest in this truth tonight, knowing that the most beautiful chapters of your life are being written by my hand in the quiet, hidden places of my grace. As this unshakable trust settles into the depths of your consciousness, your heart will naturally begin to open like a pure mountain spring, transforming you into a generous conduit of divine joy and boundless blessing for everyone around you. There is a profound difference between a stagnant pond that hoards every drop of water it receives until it becomes dull and lifeless, and a clear, running stream that continuously receives fresh water from above and flows freely to bring life and greenness to everything along its banks. For many years, the world may have tried to teach you a mindset of scarcity and fear, whispering that you must hold tightly to whatever resources, emotional energy, or love you possess, lest you be left with nothing. But in my kingdom, true abundance operates through the sacred law of continuous flow. When you realize that you are connected to an infinite, inexhaustible reservoir of heavenly grace, you no longer feel the anxious urge to hoard your blessings out of fear of future lack. I invite you to step into the sweet freedom of becoming an unselfish channel through which my love, comfort, and provision flow into the world. Being a conduit of grace does not require you to possess great material wealth or display extraordinary talents. It begins with the simple, quiet willingness of your heart to offer kindness, patience, and gentle words to those who cross your path. When you offer a soft answer to someone who is angry, when you extend a listening ear to a friend carrying a heavy burden, or when you share a modest portion of your daily bread with someone in need, you are releasing a sacred river of living water that refreshes both the giver and the receiver. What you give away in love never diminishes your own supply. It expands your capacity to receive even greater measures of my divine presence. Consider the deep emotional joy that fills your soul when you live with an open, generous hand. When you release the tight grip of self-protection and allow my affection to flow through you, the cold shadow of personal sorrow completely melts away. You discover that the most effective remedy for your own lingering sadness is to bring comfort to the heart of another human being. When you encourage a weary traveler, your own spirit is lifted. When you pray for the healing and peace of your family, your own mind is settled into deep serenity. And when you forgive those who have treated you coldly, your own heart is liberated from the heavy burden of bitterness. Generosity is the natural expression of a soul that knows it is deeply loved, fully secure, and continuously supplied by the Creator of the universe. Reflect on how your unselfish posture creates a ripple effect of healing that extends far beyond your immediate sight. Every kind word you speak, every quiet act of mercy you perform in secret, and every expression of selfless love you offer to your family drops like a smooth stone into the quiet waters of human life, creating endless circles of peace that reach across generations. You are laying up a rich spiritual legacy that will continue to bless your children, your relatives, and your community long after your earthly journey is completed. Do not underestimate the profound value of a life lived in quiet, unselfish goodness. You are my representative on the earth, my hands extending comfort to the hurting, my voice speaking peace to the anxious, and my heart reflecting pure, unconditional love to a world that is starving for genuine grace. When you live as a generous channel of my blessings, you will discover the miraculous truth that every seed of kindness you scatter returns to your life multiplied in ways that transcend human calculation. What you sow in mercy, you will reap in deep emotional comfort. What you sow in patience, you will reap in household harmony. And what you sow in material generosity, you will reap in continuous, quiet provision for all your genuine needs. You do not need to worry about running dry or reaching the end of your endurance, for the wellspring that supplies your life is eternal, unchangeable, and limitlessly rich. Hold your hands open in quiet trust tonight, releasing every lingering fear of scarcity, and allow my love to fill you so completely that your cup naturally overflows with sweet joy, gentle peace, and unselfish goodness for all those around you. To walk continuously in this sweet flow of generosity and unseen miracles, you must come to know me deeply as your ever-present provider, the unchanging source who sustains every aspect of your existence day after day, night after night. So many people go through life carrying the crushing weight of believing that they alone are responsible for generating their own security, protecting their own families, and securing their own future through endless, exhausting toil. They spend their waking hours in a state of high anxiety, and when they lay their heads upon their pillows at night, their minds continue to race with endless financial equations, career concerns, and domestic troubles. But tonight, I want to gently relieve you of that unnatural burden. You were never designed to be the ultimate provider of your life. You were designed to be the beloved recipient of my constant faithful care. Expand your understanding of divine provision far beyond the narrow boundaries of material currency or physical wealth. Gold and silver are merely earthly tools that fade with time, but my provision encompasses everything required for your spirit, mind, and body to flourish in true health and serenity. I am your provider of deep inner peace that guards your heart against anxiety. I am your provider of physical strength that renews your body morning after morning. I am your provider of divine wisdom that grants you clarity in moments of confusion. And I am your provider of protective grace that keeps your dwelling place safe from all harm. When you look at your life through this broader lens, you begin to realize that you are living in the midst of a continuous, unstoppable stream of heavenly provision that meets your every need before you even know to ask. Look back over the long timeline of your life and observe how faithfully my hand has supplied your needs across every season. Even in those moments when you faced severe financial tight spots, when unexpected expenses threatened to overwhelm your budget, or when employment paths seemed to vanish into thin air, a way forward was always provided at the precise moment it was required. You may not have received abundance in the exact manner or timing your human ego preferred, but you never lacked the essential daily bread needed to sustain your journey. You were sheltered, you were fed, you were clothed, and you were preserved through every single crisis. If I have cared for your physical and emotional needs through 50, 60, or 70 years of changing earthly circumstances, why would my hand suddenly become short today? My nature as a provider is intimately connected to my eternal role as a loving father. A good earthly father takes great joy in providing for the needs of his children, making sure they have food, shelter, safety, and comfort without demanding that they pay for their care or earn his affection through endless striving. How much more does your heavenly Father, who owns the mountains, the oceans, and all the treasures of the universe, delight in showering good gifts upon those who place their simple trust in his care? You do not need to beg for my help, nor do you need to approach me with cold, legalistic formulas to persuade me to assist you. You are my child, bought with an infinite price, and my eyes are continuously watching over your life with intense, unwavering tenderness. Every detail that concerns your well-being, from the health of your physical organs to the emotional stability of your children, is held in my sovereign attention. Allow this profound assurance of my continuous provision to bring absolute rest to your physical body right now. As you lie here in the quiet darkness, feel the heavy knot of financial worry and domestic anxiety dissolving from the center of your chest. You do not need to solve the financial puzzles of next month before you close your eyes tonight. You do not need to carry the responsibility of securing your future into your dreams. Lay every bill, every household need, every medical concern, and every family obligation gently down at the foot of my throne, knowing that I am actively working on your behalf while you sleep. I am the God who neither slumbers nor sleeps, and while your physical body rests in complete stillness, my Holy Spirit is moving through your affairs, clearing debts, opening fresh avenues of supply, and arranging circumstances for your ultimate good. The Holy Spirit is present in this room right now, hovering over your bed like a gentle, warming light, infusing your spirit with a deep sense of absolute security and quiet contentment. This divine power is not a distant, abstract force. It is my very personal presence dwelling within you. comforting your emotions, healing your memories, and filling your thoughts with sweet, tranquil melodies of praise. Allow this sacred presence to saturate your mind, pushing out every remaining whisper of doubt, fear, or self-reliance. You are completely enveloped in an atmosphere of heavenly care, held securely in arms that will never let you go, and supplied by a reservoir of wealth that can never be exhausted by human need. Feel how light your heart has become now that you have surrendered the heavy burden of self-sufficiency into my hands. Your mind is as peaceful and clear as a tranquil meadow in the early morning dew, free from the chaotic noise of worldly cares and fully settled in the quiet reality of my love. You no longer need to strive, struggle, or strain to secure your life, for you are resting in the solid, unshakable foundation of my eternal promises. Every breath you draw is a gift of my grace, every heartbeat is a testament to my sustaining power, and every moment of rest you enjoy tonight is a sweet foretaste of the eternal peace that awaits you in my presence. As you prepare to slip completely into the quiet realm of deep, restorative sleep, allow your physical frame to sink fully into the soft comfort of your bed. Release every last bit of hold you have been keeping on your thoughts, your muscles, and your awareness. Your breathing is slow, effortless, and deep, carrying a continuous stream of oxygen and peace to every cell in your body. Your heart is beating with a steady, tranquil rhythm that echoes the unchangeable harmony of heaven. All is well in your home, all is secure in your family, and all is perfectly managed within your future under my sovereign, loving care. There are no enemies that can reach you in this quiet sanctuary, no unexpected disasters that can surprise my watchful eye, and no lack that can diminish the rich stream of provision I have established over your life. You are completely safe, deeply loved, and surrounded by a vast host of angels who are guarding your sleep throughout every remaining hour of the night. Sleep soundly, my cherished child, knowing that tomorrow will arrive with fresh mercies, beautiful opportunities, and new expressions of my faithful care tailored specifically for your heart. Sink deeper into this restful calm, knowing that the heavy weight of endless striving is finally coming to an end. Come to me, my weary child, and rest your heavy head in the quiet center of my grace. The long day has reached its peaceful conclusion, and the time has come for you to set down the heavy tools of your earthly labor. I have watched you carry the weight of endless responsibilities, striving from the early light of morning until the deep shadows of night fall across your home. I know how deeply you desire to do what is right, to provide for those you love, to meet every obligation, and to keep your household secure against the uncertainties of this world. But in your earnest desire to fulfill these duties, you have pushed your mind and body beyond their natural boundaries. You have allowed excessive labor to consume your peace, filling your hours with constant activity and your nights with restless calculations. Tonight, I gently call you to pause, to release the heavy plow you have been dragging through the hard ground, and to sink into the restorative sanctuary of my presence. You were never created to live in a state of perpetual exhaustion, nor did I design your spirit to be consumed by endless striving. Look back over the recent days and weeks, and recognize the quiet toll that constant overwork has taken upon your soul. When you push yourself beyond the limits of healthy endurance, your thoughts become crowded and chaotic, your body loses its natural vitality, and the quiet joy that once brightened your journey begins to fade into a dull gray haze. You lie awake in the dark hours of the night, staring at the ceiling as your mind races through endless lists of problems that need solving, bills that need paying, and family concerns that need resolving. You believe that if you spend enough hours worrying, if you sacrifice enough sleep, and if you work just a little harder tomorrow, You will finally achieve the absolute security your heart longs to feel. But I tell you with tender authority that nights spent awake in anxious calculation cannot calm your spirit, nor can human effort alone build an unbreakable foundation for your life. Unless I build the house, those who labor to construct it work in vain, and unless I guard the city, the watchman stays awake to no purpose. This is not a reprimand to discourage your diligent hands, but a loving reminder of your human boundaries. Human labor has its rightful place in the rhythm of life, but it was never meant to replace divine trust. When you try to bear the entire weight of your existence on your own shoulders, you are attempting a task that belongs to me alone. You are trying to act as your own protector, your own provider, and your own savior. And that self-imposed burden is simply too heavy for any human frame to carry. Tonight, I ask you to acknowledge that your strength has reached its limit. Step down from the pedestal of self-reliance. Surrender the illusion that you must control every outcome, and allow me to take over the management of your life while you rest in quiet safety. Feel the profound relief that comes from releasing the burden of overwork into my capable hands. You do not need to solve tomorrow's dilemmas tonight. The world will continue to turn. Your family will remain secure under my watchful eye, and the sun will rise at its appointed hour. Whether you spend these dark hours worrying or resting peacefully in my embrace. Your physical body is a sacred vessel, crafted with intentional care to require periods of complete quietness, relaxation, and sleep. When you deny your body the rest it desperately needs, you cloud the clear mirror of your mind, making yourself vulnerable to sudden irritability, deep discouragement, and dark, anxious thoughts that have no basis in reality. Allow your weary limbs to soften against your bed right now. Release the tightness in your forehead, loosen the clenching in your jaw, and let your shoulders drop away from your neck. You are safe to let go of the plow. Your work for today is fully finished, held safely in my forgiving grace, and your future rests securely in my eternal hands. As you lay down this heavy armor of physical labor and mental strain, allow that same restorative grace to flow gently into the quiet corridors of your personal relationships. So much of the exhaustion you carry inside stems not merely from physical task work, but from the quiet, unspoken friction that often exists between human hearts. When your body is weary and your mind is burned out from excessive labor, your capacity for patience naturally diminishes. Small misunderstandings suddenly feel like huge offenses. Minor domestic disruptions provoke sharp emotional reactions, and quiet walls of distance begin to grow up between you and those you love most. You may have spent years trying to resolve these personal tensions through intense discussions, repeated arguments, or loud demands for understanding, only to find that human words often make the rift deeper and colder. Tonight, I want to show you a higher, more beautiful way to mend the broken and strained connections in your life. A way that operates not through frantic confrontation, but through the quiet power of unspoken grace. True healing in a household rarely begins with a long, winning argument or a harsh defense of who was right and who was wrong. It begins when a single soul, touched by my peace, chooses to lay down the need to prove its point, choosing instead to extend a quiet, unconditional love that covers a multitude of faults. There is immense power in an unspoken blessing, in a soft answer that diffuses long-standing anger, and in a warm, gentle smile offered to someone who expects a harsh reprimand. When you interact with your family members and friends from a posture of quiet rest rather than defensive weariness, you release an atmosphere of safety that invites their guarded hearts to melt and open. Consider how much peace awaits your home when you surrender the habit of judging, correcting, and constantly trying to fix the people around you. You do not need to lecture your loved ones into spiritual growth, nor do you need to control their choices to ensure your own security. Everyone you love is on their own unique journey, facing their own hidden fears, internal battles, and spiritual wounds. When they act out of bitterness, sharp words, or cold detachment, recognize that their behavior is simply the outward expression of their own inner weariness and unspoken pain. Instead of meeting their harshness with defensive anger, surround them with the calm, steady shield of unspoken grace. Choose to see them through my eyes, recognizing their value even when their behavior is difficult, and offer them the quiet sanctuary of a heart that refuses to hold a grudge. I encourage you to practice the quiet, transformative ministry of a gentle countenance in the days ahead. A simple, genuine smile, offered warmly to a family member who is carrying a heavy heart, can break through years of emotional distance far more effectively than 1,000 well-meaning lectures. When you smile at someone with divine warmth, you are communicating a deep, non-verbal message that says, "You are safe with me, you are valued, and you do not need to defend yourself in my presence." This is the very way I treat your soul every single day. Even when you make mistakes, stumble, or wander into paths of anxiety, I do not look upon you with a cold, scowling face. I look upon you with infinite tenderness, extending a steady hand to restore your soul and guide you back into the warmth of my peace. When you reflect this gentle posture toward your family and friends, broken relationships begin to mend naturally. Quiet trust is restored, and your home becomes a true haven of restorative rest. Allow this quiet stream of unspoken grace to wash away every lingering trace of relational bitterness from your heart right now. If there are old grievances that rise in your mind, painful memories of unfair criticism, sharp words spoken by a loved one, or moments when you felt deeply unappreciated, do not entertain them or allow them to ignite the old fires of resentment in your chest. Release those memories gently into the quiet waters of my forgiveness. You do not need to carry the emotional debts of the past into the quiet sanctuary of your present rest. By releasing those who have hurt you from the court of your human judgment, you are not declaring that their actions were right. You are simply choosing to free your own soul from the heavy, cold chains of lingering bitterness. You are choosing peace over pride, love over retaliation, and quiet freedom over perpetual conflict. This beautiful release of relational tension brings us directly into a deeper understanding of the true key to all spiritual peace, the overwhelming power of humility over human striving. In the world of men, greatness is measured by visible accomplishments, social standing, accumulated wealth, and the ability to dominate or influence others. From your earliest years, you were taught to strive, to compete, to assert your rights, and to build a reputation that commands respect from those around you. You were taught that if you do not fight for your place, you will be cast aside and forgotten. But in the quiet order of my kingdom, the rules of human life are completely reversed. Victory is achieved not through loud, aggressive striving, but through quiet, childlike surrender. Wealth is measured not by what you hoard, but by what you give away in love, and true exaltation comes only to those who walk with a humble, quiet heart. Pride is one of the most exhausting burdens a human spirit can ever carry, though it often disguises itself as strength, dignity, or self-protection. Pride demands that you constantly defend your reputation, prove your worth to anyone who doubts you, maintain an image of flawless perfection, and never admit when you are weak, wounded, or in need of help. It keeps your nervous system in a state of constant, high alert, driving you to overwork, overthink, and continuously compare your life to the achievements of others. When you live under the harsh dictation of pride, every criticism feels like a devastating blow. Every mistake feels like an unbearable failure, and every success feels fragile and temporary. But when you step into the gentle realm of divine humility, that entire exhausting architecture of self-reliance crumbles into dust, leaving your soul in a state of total, undisturbed freedom. Humility is not a low, self-hating view of your life, nor is it a passive acceptance of mistreatment. True humility is simply the quiet, honest recognition of reality. It is recognizing that you are a creation, not the creator. That your life is a gift of grace, not a self-made accomplishment, and that you are completely dependent upon my love for every breath you draw, every moment of health you enjoy, and every measure of wisdom you possess. When you embrace this simple reality, a deep and steady quietness settles over your spirit. You no longer need to boast about your past successes or pretend that you have everything under control. You can comfortably acknowledge your human limitations, admit your mistakes without falling into shame, and ask for my help with the simple, unpretentious confidence of a little child reaching for a loving father's hand. Look at how a young child sleeps in the arms of a devoted parent. The child does not lie awake worrying about how the mortgage will be paid, how the food will be placed upon the table, or how the house will be protected against the midnight storm. The child does not strain to prove its worth to the parent, nor does it carry a complex strategy to ensure its own survival. The child simply rests in total, unthinking trust, completely confident in the parent's love, capacity, and willingness to provide everything needed for its life. This is the exact posture of soul I am inviting you to adopt tonight. Drop the heavy, sophisticated defenses of your adult ego. Cease the endless striving to justify your existence or build your own kingdom. Step into the quiet, simple reality of being my cherished child, held securely in arms that will never let you go. When you walk in this childlike humility, you are liberated from the foolish drive to seek empty accolades, followers, or fame in a passing world. You no longer care whether the crowd applauds your efforts or overlooks your quiet sacrifices, because your identity is completely anchored in the unchanging affection of the one who sees everything done in secret. You can perform the most mundane, humble tasks of your daily life with profound joy, recognizing that an act of quiet service done in love is far more precious in my sight than the loudest worldly achievements born of self-glory. Your heart becomes a calm, quiet place where peace resides continuously, unbothered by human flattery and unswayed by human disapproval. Reflect on the exquisite rest that settles over your soul when you fully embrace this posture of humble surrender. You do not need to conquer the world tomorrow. You only need to walk quietly beside me, taking one simple step of faith at a time. You do not need to carry the weight of an entire household's destiny on your back. You only need to offer them your quiet love and trust me to manage their hearts. You do not need to work yourself into physical and mental breakdown to earn your daily bread. You only need to perform your tasks with quiet diligence and trust my promise to supply all your genuine needs. Everything that was heavy, complex, and exhausting about your life is being stripped away tonight, leaving behind only the pure, beautiful simplicity of a life lived in gentle union with my grace. Allow this profound meditation on rest, unspoken grace, and childlike humility to saturate every level of your physical and emotional being as you prepare for deep sleep. Feel the physical reality of this spiritual truth as your body sinks heavier into the comfortable support of your bed. The long, exhausting day is completely behind you, its labors are finished, its conflicts are dissolved, and its cares are held securely in my sovereign hands. There is nothing left for you to do, nothing left for you to process, and nothing left for you to protect. You are completely enveloped in a warm, impenetrable atmosphere of heavenly peace that shields your mind from every dark thought and protects your heart from every whisper of anxiety. Your mind is growing quiet, soft, and still, like a peaceful meadow bathed in the cool, silent light of the moon. The endless wheel of human thoughts, plans, and worries has come to a complete standstill, replaced by a gentle, steady awareness of my loving presence surrounding your bed. Every muscle in your body has released its hold on the day, every nerve has settled into total tranquility, and your heart is beating with a slow, restful cadence that reflects the perfect harmony of my eternal kingdom. You are resting in the arms of restorative grace, where weariness is transformed into fresh strength, where mental strain dissolves into pure peace, and where your entire physical frame is refreshed and restored for the journey ahead. My angels are stationed in every corner of your room, keeping watch over your physical form with intense, unwavering tenderness. They are holding far away from your dwelling place every spirit of physical pain, bad dreams, middle-of-the-night panic, and emotional heaviness. Your home is a sacred sanctuary of quiet rest, where no evil can pierce the shield of my presence, and no fear can disrupt the sweetness of your slumber. You can surrender yourself completely to the quiet ocean of sleep without a single reserve, knowing that I am standing guard over your life, your family, your future, and your soul throughout every remaining hour of the night. Sleep soundly now, my beloved child, wrapped in the soft, weightless mantle of my eternal affection and held securely in the unbreakable grip of my grace. There is no problem in your life that is too complex for my wisdom to resolve, no wound in your heart that is too deep for my love to heal, and no weariness in your body that is too heavy for my presence to restore. Trust in my unchanging nature, surrender to the gentle flow of my peace, and let your consciousness float effortlessly into the deep, sweet realm of undisturbed, restorative slumber. Let every tension fade from your body now as the quiet flame of eternal light prepares to illuminate your soul. Feel the quiet warmth of an eternal flame awakening in the deepest sanctuary of your spirit tonight, shedding a soft, radiant light over every corner of your inner world. The heavy darkness that once shrouded your thoughts has completely dissolved, replaced by a golden, celestial brightness that gently illuminates your path ahead. This is not a fleeting spark born of human optimism or temporary emotion. It is the permanent ignition of my Holy Spirit dwelling within your soul. Look at the subtle, majestic transformation taking place within your consciousness right now. Where there was once a heavy shadow of fatigue, confusion, and lingering sorrow, a serene clarity has taken root. The radiance emanating from your eyes is the potent, quiet anointing of my presence, a divine light bestowed upon you out of pure grace and unconditional love. You do not need to fight or strain to produce this light. It flows effortlessly through you whenever you rest in my word. Surrender your worries into my care and allow my peace to govern your thoughts. This divine illumination is not meant to remain hidden within the quiet boundaries of your personal reflection. As you lie here in complete tranquility, that quiet flame within your spirit is expanding, casting a soft, protective glow across your entire household. Every room of your dwelling place is being saturated with the subtle atmosphere of heaven. Walls that once held the echoes of anxious conversations, quiet misunderstandings, or domestic stress are now encompassed by an invisible circle of divine tranquility. When your family members look upon your face in the coming days, they will notice a profound change that words can scarcely describe. They will see an unshakable composure in your posture, a gentle kindness in your eyes, and a deep, reassuring calm in your voice that instantly softens their own internal struggles. You are becoming a living beacon of peace for your home, an anchor of spiritual stability that keeps your household safe, united, and secure, regardless of the stormy winds that may blow across the world outside. Allow this radiant light to usher your spirit into a realm of deep, restorative sleep where divine dreams and heavenly guidance await your soul. Sleep is not merely a physical necessity for your body, it is a sacred doorway through which I communicate with your deepest self when the noisy distractions of the physical world are silenced. In the quiet hours of this night, while your physical frame rests in complete stillness, my Holy Spirit will minister to your subconscious mind through peaceful, inspiring dreams. I will give you gentle glimpses of the good things I have prepared for your future, showing you pathways of resolution that your waking mind could not perceive, and filling your heart with a quiet, joyful anticipation for the days ahead. These divine dreams will not bring confusion, fear, or chaotic imagery. They will carry a profound sense of order, quiet comfort, and spiritual clarity that leaves your mind completely refreshed when you open your eyes to the morning light. Through these gentle night visions and quiet spiritual impressions, I am bestowing upon you a deeper understanding of my sovereign will for your life and your family. Use this precious gift of spiritual insight responsibly, holding it with a humble and grateful heart. You do not need to broadcast these sacred revelations loudly to the world, nor do you need to use them to seek attention or impress those around you. Keep these quiet treasures tucked safely inside your spirit, allowing them to guide your daily decisions, soften your reactions, and deepen your trust in my unfailing provision. As you rest under the shadow of my wings tonight, know that your sleep is being protected by celestial legions, ensuring that no bad dreams, midnight anxieties, or dark thoughts can disturb the sanctuary of peace that fills your bedroom. Watch how this heavenly light restores true, unbroken harmony to your relationships with your spouse, your children, your relatives, and your closest companions. The Holy Spirit cannot dwell amidst persistent discord, cold rejection, or perpetual friction, for my nature is pure love, gentleness, and peace. Tonight, I am sweeping away the lingering dust of past conflicts, removing every root of subtle resentment that has created distance between human hearts in your home. Where there was once cold detachment, a warm stream of genuine affection is beginning to flow. You will watch as family members who were once distant begin to draw near, as long-standing misunderstandings vanish like morning mist, and as simple, peaceful conversations replace seasons of tense silence. Your home is becoming a holy sanctuary of mutual respect, shared laughter, and deep emotional security. A place where every soul feels cherished, understood, and completely safe. As this radiant transformation settles over your household, step forward into your daily life with a renewed commitment to walk in authentic humility and divine wisdom. True spiritual maturity is never displayed through arrogant claims, high titles, or self-righteous demands for respect. In my kingdom, those who possess the greatest authority are those who walk with the simplest, most unpretentious hearts. Do not seek the empty applause of human institutions, nor should you waste your energy pursuing the fleeting status that the world celebrates. Those who genuinely know me do not need to label themselves as leaders, nor do they boast of their followers, their social influence, or their worldly accolades. They simply live out my love through quiet, sincere actions, treating every human being they encounter with profound dignity, tenderness, and understated grace. I ask you to view every person who enters your life through the lens of this divine wisdom, recognizing that all human beings are your kin, created in my image and carrying their own hidden burdens. Treat others exactly as you wish to be treated, extending the same mercy, patience, and benefit of the doubt that you continuously receive from my forgiving hands. Be a genuine, trustworthy, and compassionate friend to those who are suffering, offering a listening ear without passing harsh judgment, and extending a steady hand to help the downtrodden rise again. When you choose to step down from the elevated seat of judgment and walk beside others in humble empathy, you align your spirit with the very heart of my Son, who came not to be served, but to serve and offer his life as a ransom for many. Every single time you exhibit quiet love, unexpected patience, or genuine kindness toward another human soul, I plant a new, supernatural seed of grace deep within your own spirit. These sacred seeds do not wither away. They flourish abundantly in the soil of your life, yielding a continuous harvest of personal healing, spiritual authority, and unexpected divine provision. You will discover that the goodness you pour out into the lives of others returns to your own home, multiplied 100-fold, filling your days with quiet joy and surrounding your life with a cushion of heavenly favor. You do not need to perform grand, dramatic acts to make a profound difference in this world. A simple word of sincere encouragement, a quiet act of anonymous generosity, or a peaceful, forgiving attitude in the midst of a tense situation carries far more weight in the spiritual realm than the grandest public displays of human effort. To safeguard this flow of divine wisdom in your life, you must guard your lips and your mind against the subtle, destructive habit of negative speech and gossip. It saddens my heart when those who claim to love me use their mouths to speak ill of others, spreading unverified rumors, harboring bitter thoughts, or remaining silent when it is time to defend the innocent. No pure water can flow from a contaminated spring, and no true spiritual comfort can abide in a soul buried beneath the cold dust of criticism and judgment. Tonight, I invite you to make a solemn, quiet covenant with your tongue. Let your speech be continuously seasoned with grace, kindness, and truth. Refuse to participate in conversations that tear down another person's character, and choose instead to be a voice that speaks life, hope, and healing wherever you go. When you refuse to allow negativity, cynicism, or bitter gossip to pollute your soul, your mind remains as clear and pure as a mountain stream. You develop a spiritual discernment that allows you to see the good in people, even when their flaws are obvious to the natural eye. You begin to hold a consistently positive, hopeful view of humanity, wishing from the very depths of your heart that your gifts and blessings can be used to alleviate suffering and bring light to those who walk in darkness. This is the posture of a soul that has been truly transformed by my grace. A soul that desires nothing for itself except to be a pure instrument of my love, peace, and eternal mercy. As you step into this higher way of walking, know that you deserve the best that my kingdom has to offer, not because you have achieved human perfection or earned your way into my favor, but because the best is already yours through the unmerited gift of my everlasting grace. You do not need to win countless earthly battles, endure endless suffering, or prove your worth through exhaustive trials to merit the rich blessings I have set aside for your life. In my kingdom, spiritual battles are won not through human aggression, but through quiet, unshakable faith, and heavenly blessings are received not through proud demands, but with a grateful, humble, and open heart. The talents, wisdom, and resources I have entrusted to your care are sacred gifts to be enjoyed with thanksgiving and shared with a generous spirit, creating a continuous stream of joy that enriches your life and the lives of all those around you. With this profound realization settling deep into your spirit, allow every lingering emotional loop from your past to close completely tonight. Every painful chapter of heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, and overwork that you have carried across the decades of your life is now fully resolved under the covering of my restoring grace. Look back one final time upon those past wilderness seasons, not with sadness or lingering grief, but with a quiet, victorious smile, recognizing that every trial was held within my sovereign hands and transformed into a stepping stone for your spiritual maturity. The people who betrayed your trust have been released into my justice. The doors that closed in your face have cleared the way for far greater pathways of divine provision, and the heavy weariness you accumulated through years of human striving has been completely exchanged for the light, weightless yoke of my peace. You are no longer a captive to old memories, nor are you defined by the mistakes, failures, or limitations of your past. I have wiped your slate completely clean, erasing every trace of guilt, shame, and self-condemnation, and declaring over your life a fresh, beautiful beginning that is unburdened by old debts. Your mind is restored to total order. Your emotional state is anchored in unshakable balance, and your physical body is resting under a continuous stream of divine healing that restores your vitality, quietens your nerves, and eases every natural ache. You are entering a season of quiet fulfillment, deep personal security, and profound spiritual rest, a season where you can simply enjoy the beauty of your life. Walk in gentle fellowship with your loved ones and experience the continuous reality of my presence guiding your steps day by day. All of these incredible promises are firmly established upon the unshakable foundation of my eternal covenant of love with your soul. A covenant that was forged before the stars were placed in the heavens and that will remain completely unbroken long after the physical elements of this earth have passed away. Human promises may fail when circumstances grow difficult, and earthly relationships may shift with the changing tides of human emotion, but my covenant with you is constant, eternal, and absolute. I have bound my own name to your well-being, pledging my infinite power to protect you, my boundless wisdom to guide you, and my inexhaustible resources to supply your every genuine need throughout all the days of your earthly life and into the endless ages of eternity. Nothing in all creation, neither height nor depth, neither present troubles nor future uncertainties, neither earthly powers nor physical death itself will ever have the power to separate your soul from the fierce, tender, and unchangeable love I have placed upon you. I have written your name on the palms of my hands, I have assigned my highest angels to watch over your dwelling place, and I have filled your spirit with the eternal pledge of my Holy Spirit. You are completely safe in my care, exquisitely valued in my sight, and eternally secure within the fortress of my power. Let this absolute certainty settle into the very marrow of your bones tonight, driving away the last lingering shadow of fear, doubt, or anxiety, and filling your entire consciousness with a deep, unbreakable peace that passes all human understanding. As the quiet hours of the night deepen, allow your physical frame to yield entirely to the soothing, weightless embrace of complete rest. Feel the gentle, rhythmic rise and fall of your chest as your lungs draw in the clean, refreshing air of my peace and release the last subtle traces of physical tension into the stillness of the room. Your head rests heavily upon your pillow. Your shoulders are completely relaxed, your limbs are warm and heavy, and every nerve in your body has settled into a state of total, undisturbed quietness. The busy, racing thoughts of the day have vanished completely, replaced by a vast, serene ocean of heavenly calm that lulls your spirit into deep, restorative slumber. Look upon your life, your home, your family, and your future with quiet confidence, knowing that everything concerning your existence is being held, guarded, and perfected by the hands that formed the universe. Tomorrow will arrive in its appointed time, bringing with it fresh mercies, beautiful moments of joy, and new expressions of my faithful care tailored specifically for your heart. But tonight, there is nothing left for you to do, nothing left for you to analyze, and nothing left for you to protect. The day is fully completed, your soul is completely at peace, and your entire being is enveloped in the warm, golden light of my eternal presence. Sink further into this soft, blissful realm of deep, uninterrupted sleep, allowing my love to wrap around your heart like a warm, weightless blanket that keeps you safe throughout all the remaining hours of the darkness. My angels stand as silent guardians at the doors and windows of your home, preserving your sanctuary in absolute safety, quietness, and heavenly peace. Your sleep tonight will be sweet, deep, and continuous, renewing your physical health, clearing your mind, and filling your spirit with an unshakable strength for the bright morning that awaits you. Rest soundly, my cherished one, knowing that you are deeply loved with an everlasting love that will never leave your side, never alter its devotion, and never fail to lead you into paths of total victory, grace, and eternal joy. Sleep peacefully, my beloved child, for my presence remains with you tonight, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Amen.